go down memory lane, Susan. Yes, when we first met, I think I just took over Utopia, and thinking, obviously, I came out from a very different background, from a corporate world. As you know, I've had the passion of beauty, so I decided to have a bit of a change of career, and I bought Utopia, which came with its own challenges, and it was the best choice of my life, the best decision I could possibly do of having a change of career. But the same token, possibly one of the hardest decisions because it had to work. I bought Utopia, and Utopia, as you well know, was a failing salon. And at the same time, although I felt quite confident in my skills, in my background skills, in managing teams, in managing performance, I still needed to have that expert support to really make Utopia the leading salon that, in my vision and in my dreams, it had to be. And almost, if you remember, when we started working together, it was literally building a brand from scratch.
Yeah, I can just remember that the salon was it was run on offer after offer, wasn't it? And there was just no way of knowing whether clients were coming in because there was ridiculous offers, or whether it was that they genuinely loved the service. And you know, there was just no metric to look at it. And I mean, you know, I'm not a big fan of discounts at all. So I think once we took the discounts out straight away, that was really where we started to unfold what was actually going on in the salon.
One of the main reasons, if you remember, because it was a failing salon due to discount. It was a discounting salon, but not just that. Do you remember we looked at the treatment times were all out of sorts. There was no pricing structure. Do you remember we didn't even have the ideal client. No. We had, we didn't have data to look, because we had a system, a salon software system that didn't actually match what we wanted to do. Yeah. We had to look at what our clients wanted, work on actually what the needs of the clients was, what the target group was, and ultimately, and very importantly, what the team looked like at the time. What sort of skills they came with, what the backgrounds were, and kind of almost we had to do everything in sync to bring the team up, understanding the ideal client, putting their pricing structure together, but ultimately bringing in and doing that massive investment, not just purely from a development point of view training, but ultimately because we needed new equipment. Yeah. We couldn't bring Utopia to the brand I actually deserved without having the right equipment, the right technologies, the right treatments that the client wanted. Yeah,
and I think, the salon, the previous owner had just fallen into that trap of thinking, we'll just discount hugely and get people in that way, and that really you just end up in a price war with everywhere else. And for you to stand out, I mean, there was just some key things that we did, wasn't there? We changed your salon software over to Forest. That was one of the best
critical
moves.
Things that we did.
Yeah, and from there we had proper data that we could look at.
Yeah.
I mean, the team, you retained that team, which is because they were so demotivated, because they didn't know what was going on. They didn't have sort of any, I don't think they had a clear vision of where the business could go to until you stepped in. Yeah.
And it was very important to actually sell that vision to them, because at the same time we were like, I need to generate a revenue. So I needed to get that money into the tills, and I needed data to understand that. But ultimately, we needed the team to support us in that vision, because I needed to secure jobs. Yeah. They were all almost out of contracts, because you remember they were on 0-hour contracts. Yeah. So they needed to really understand the importance and make themselves feel, which is still my philosophy nowadays, that they had a business in my business. And that's always been my kind of management philosophy, that this is your business as much as it's mine. And I think critically that was one of the successes that we had in within the first 6 months as well.